You see, and the guys who are losing money right now is because you're not a trader, you're a speculator. So don't say, oh, you hate Bitcoin. No, I think you're stupid. I'm going to buy more Bitcoin, but I'm going to say horrible things about it. So if you can't take it, you shouldn't listen to this program. It is fake news because, they said, well, the reason Bitcoin crashes is because China said they didn't like Bitcoin or something like that. And that's not the problem. If you hate Trump and you like Bitcoin, you'll probably hate me after this. But anyway, but I will explain why I like Bitcoin. I also have Ethereum. I have no Doge coins and all those other things. To me, that's different. That's a mania. So does it make sense to you? I mean, it's people don't know what they're doing. They're speculating. Well, it is fake news because, they said, well, the reason Bitcoin crashes is because China said they didn't like Bitcoin or something like that. And Elon Musk didn't like Bitcoin. That's not the problem. You see, China has not liked Bitcoin forever. In 2013, they said, don't buy Bitcoin. 2014, they said, don't buy Bitcoin. 2015, they said, don't buy Bitcoin. And 2016, I think they said, don't buy Ethereum. Mm-hmm. So when the press comes out and says the reason Bitcoin crashes is because China trashed it. Well, they've always trashed it. Yeah. That's not the reason it's crashing. And and for those of you tuning in, if you hate Trump and you like Bitcoin, you'll probably hate me after this. But anyway, I'm going to tell you what I know. I don't want to swing either way. It's like I said, there's a lot of fake news out there. So I love Bitcoin. I almost bought it, I think it was 2017 when I was at 20,000. But I didn't. And I'm going to say this much here, okay? This is real financial education, what they don't teach you at school. So there's three kinds of people in the world when it comes to money. There's an investor, a trader, and a speculator. I am an investor. So the moment I started buying Bitcoin, I wasn't a trader. A trader is somebody who's going to buy it and sell it. A trader, like in real estate, is kind of a flipper. They buy a house to flip it. That's what traders do. And a speculator is a gambler. And I would say most people who are chasing Doge coins and all this other stuff and Bitcoin, and they're speculators. They're all kind of gamblers hoping it'll go up. That's not what I do. So we at Rich Dad teach us, we don't say one is right or wrong. We're just saying there's three different types of investors. So I am an investor. I understand trading. That's what Andy Tanner and all those guys teach, is how you can make money going up and make money coming down. It makes no difference. So when Bitcoin crashed, I made more money. You see, and the guys who are losing money right now is because you're not a trader, you're a speculator. So don't say, oh, you hate Bitcoin. No, I think you're stupid. That's what I'm saying, but it doesn't mean I hate Bitcoin. Okay, so don't be a speculator, because those are gamblers out there. And real financial education should include why Bitcoin and gold and silver are going up and down. And one is because in 1944, there was a thing called the Bretton Woods Agreement. America had basically won World War II against the Japanese and the Germans and the Italians. So in 1944 at Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, the US government promised we will back the US dollar with gold. But as you know, the US lies a lot. So everybody in the world says, okay, we'll accept the dollar because it's as good as gold. So I wasn't born yet. And 1971 is when a man named President Nixon broke the promise. And the dollar came off the gold standard and it became debt. So the reason we have all this volatility with the Fed and the Treasury and Bitcoin and Dogecoin and all that is because of what happened here. So in 1971, the reason your father and I travel the world teaching financial education is because this changed all the rules here. So what happened in 1964, I started buying silver. I was 16 or 17 years old. And in 1972, I started buying gold at $35 an ounce. But in 1971, it was illegal for Americans to own gold. And I was a pilot in Vietnam flying for the US Marine Corps. And I thought it was really strange that it was illegal for an American to own gold. So I became suspicious of the Federal Reserve Bank and the Treasury. So when I meet most Bitcoin investors, they don't trust the Fed and the Treasury either. They don't trust Biden. They don't especially like Kamala, and they don't trust Nancy. You know, Bitcoin guys and women are rebels. And Rich Dad is a rebel brand. That's why I don't say go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, get out of debt, and invest for the long term in the stock market. I don't do any of that because I don't have to. I have taken 3 companies public. You know, I started the business, took it public and all that. Once I understood how the stock market works, I wanted nothing to do with it. So as you know, Alexandra, in our company, we don't have a 401k. And we don't tell you what to do after that, but we don't recommend you save money either. Because why would you save money? Because after 1971, the Federal Reserve Bank, which is not a bank, it's not federal, it's not really, there's no money in it, and the US Treasury can print money. Those savers are losers. And the school teachers are still telling people to save money. So all you Bitcoin people out there, this is what I do. I save gold, I save silver, I save Bitcoin, Ethereum, and bullets. So anyway, the reason I want to do this is because so many of those young guys out there about your age, they're Bitcoin millionaires. But as the market started to crash, they became afraid. And the reason for that is because they got rich being speculators. They got lucky. You know, they just happened to buy 10,000 Bitcoin at $1 each, and now they're multimillionaires. But as it comes down, and the reason they're afraid is if Bitcoin goes to 0, which it possibly could, I'm not saying it will, they're wiped out. And so what we teach at Rich Dad is how I've made it and lost it, made it and lost it. But that's how you really learn. And the reason school teachers are poor is because they tell you not to make mistakes. I've made so many stupid mistakes. I mean, your father and I have, if you look up stupid people, we're probably at the top of the list. But we keep bouncing back. And that's really what entrepreneurship is. But our school system teaches you to be employees. So anyway, let me go on the big picture again. So this was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is financial education, how to be a capitalist. You have to have income. So income statement and income statement. This is a balance sheet. There's another thing called a statement of cash flow. And that's why in I forget when it was now, we created the cash flow board game. This is a capitalist tool to teach you how to think like a capitalist. And if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that's all this book was. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a book on the most boring subject on planet Earth, accounting.